All right. Wow. It has been a minute. How life has changed. For the better. For the better. I wanted to start off today with just an overwhelming sense of gratitude. I think that I've become so blessed in my life in all facets of it. And I've been very, very blessed for a long time. I've had a good family that has loved me, that I get to enjoy Christmas with and come out here every year. But I think especially over this last 2025, things have really come together in the way that I want them. And I look up to my grandparents and my parents, and I see the life that they lived, and I want to emulate that. And I want to do it in my own special way, and I want to document it. And Lord knows I haven't been posting and filming all of these, but I just can't get it out of my head that I want to share my story. And so this is me sharing my story and somewhat of a year in review. So 2025, what a crazy, crazy year. I mean, so much has changed, from my job to my relationship to just every aspect of my life has been touched in some way, and generally for the better. And so I wanted to come from a place of where I am now and just look back on where I came from. And the biggest of those is obviously my job. I mean, I could not be happier with my job and all of the things that I've done in these last 6 months that I've worked at Coastal. I have done so much that I wanted to do. Just having conversations about how do we build this building and how do we leave this legacy on the city that I love. It has been overwhelmingly impactful to me, just waking up every day and saying I get to build this city skyline of the city that I love. I mean, that was my dream. That was when I started out and I said, this is what I want to do. I want to look over the city skyline and say, that's my building. It's not the Ritter Residences, but they're built by Coastal. And it's such a great feeling working for a firm that is doing all of this impressive stuff, and they're making the nicest buildings in the world and all that, but they have this overwhelming sense of family. And the Coastal family is so tight-knit, and they brought me in and they showered me with love, and they showed me what life could be working for a company like that. And I just want to give them props. I want to give props to all of the members of Coastal, but then also especially my boss. My boss has been just incredible, just an incredible mentor. He showed me how to run a company from the highest level, and he showed me how he works, and I think that I work in a very fundamentally similar way. I think that the way in which he works blends really, really well with the way that I work, and so I was able to be an assistant to him in an incredible way, and I think that we did great things together. And now, as we move past this, and his executive assistant, who was there before me, comes back and she gets off of maternity leave, I get to transition into a new role, which is so, so exciting. I think that a lot of the time that I spent on administrative tasks will now be able to be spent in different places, and I get to go even further into the business and get to explore opportunities that I might not have had the time for before when I was working as his assistant. And so I think that I have just been so, so incredibly blessed to be given this opportunity to say, hey, you're going to work with the president of this company that is building your dream buildings, and you're going to work with him every single day for 6 months. And then we're going to transition you out into a slightly different role, and you're going to go and find that role for yourself. There's honestly kind of a lot of ambiguity in terms of what I'm going to be doing when I come back from this break. And I think that that is so exciting, because I get to look out with the same wonder as I did before when I was searching for a job and say, what am I going to do with all this future? That was a poster in my room from some museum that my brother had given me. There was a quote from, I believe, Barack Obama, but he said, what are we going to do with all this future? It just really stuck with me, because we have so much time and so much opportunity in front of us to live in the way that we want to live. and choose, I want to make this my path. And so that's exactly what I did. And so now I get to look forward for the future and say, this is what I want to do. I want to get more deeply involved with the pre-construction efforts. I want to get more involved with the operations teams. I want to still help you out in the ways that I can, and I can still do projects for my boss. I think that there's so much opportunity in front of me that I just am overwhelmed with excitement. And so that's forward thinking. That's very like, okay, what's going to happen next, which honestly a lot of this channel has been. But thinking retrospectively, where have I come? I mean, I was sat in college. I said, I don't want to graduate. I'm living the best life. I have all my friends here in Miami, and I get to just wake up and go do whatever I want. And I was crushing school, and I was so excited by life and so invigorated that I got to just do whatever I wanted all day. And I thought that as soon as I graduate, all that is gone. It scared me. Really scared me a lot. It was probably my biggest fear when I was in college, other than dying, I guess. Like, I was just so scared of the fact that I was going to be graduating and not have all my friends around me to go play Xbox with and do all these things. But I think that's a big part of growing up, is taking on more adult tasks and having a job and really working to create the life for you in the future. I think when you're in college, a lot of the time, your classes are going to come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're going to have these certain events with your fraternity or whatever organization you're a part of. All of these things come to you. And kind of like how you have to schedule your own doctor's appointments as you grow up, you have to start making decisions for yourself. And you have to start making steps towards the future that you want to live. And that was terrifying for me, and I'm sure that's terrifying for a lot of other people, but it was just so relieving to sit here and think of what am I going to say for this video and look back and just be like, oh my God, I was so scared of living the life that I'm living now, and I'm so happy. I'm truly, truly so happy. I'm so blessed to be with the family that I have that is so loving, and unwrapping Christmas gifts, and everybody's smiling, and we read the Christmas story to each other every year. We go around in a circle and we say what we're thankful for. And I'm just overwhelmingly thankful for the family that I have that just allowed me to feel this profound sense of love. And on another topic of love, finding the girl of my dreams, beautiful architect. And we have gone on these incredible dates, and it makes me so happy to live in this wholesome feeling of love, where I love my relationship, I love my relationship with my family, and I love my relationship with my job. And so these really, like, the three main facets of your life, your family, your relationships, and your job, and your friendships, that's four, but your relationships, it's your relationships to what is around you. And to be in this position to say that it's going good makes me so, so happy. So concluding that feeling of gratitude and that appreciation for where I am right now and that excitement for the future, let's just see where it goes, because I can't wait. And I will bring you along for the journey. So welcome back to the Life of Brad. Thank you for being here.